Max Yasgur owned a dairy farm. And in 1969, he was paid a reported $75,000 for the use of 600 acres of his land. And some people say that the reports on the amount of that money, there really isn't consensus on. But he was able to rent his farm in Bethel, California, to hold the Woodstock Festival. But one thing we know about this is that we know that Woodstock was a countercultural event, but Max Yasgur was actually a pro-Vietnam War political conservative. So he had the exact opposite beliefs of the people who came to Woodstock, but he believed in the right of free expression, even if the expression came from people whose lifestyles and beliefs were very different to his. And he said in a New York Times interview, if the generation gap is to be closed, we older people have to do more than we have done. And this, to me, is a lesson in learning to live together. Welcome to Behind the Scenes with the Steven Thompson Experience. This is where I go under the hood of my creative as self-care process. This is designed to inform, encourage, and inspire myself and others to use their gifts, talents, and abilities to inspire themselves and others in the hopes of bringing joy into the world. Learning to Live Together is inspired by the song Space Captain by Joe Cocker. And on Sunday, August 17th, 1969, he performed a rendition of this song that became one of the standout moments of the festival. And Cocker's performance solidified his reputation as a captivating live performer and helped really drive his career forward. And some of the lyrics of the song that stood out to me are these. Once I was traveling across the sky, this lovely planet caught my eye, and being curious, I flew close by. And now I'm caught here until I die, until we die, learning to live together, learning to live together, learning to live together until we die. I used Space Captain on the playlist for my first novel that I published, a book called Aquafunkapus and the Macrocosm of Mayhem. And it was written and published during the COVID lockdown when I participated in a workshop called Writing in Community. I'll read a little bit of the back of the book. A nuclear explosion triggers a spirit split across the multiverse, bringing to life a drawing from a middle school boy's notebook and empowering a divine fetus with dark powers. The drawing is Aquafunkapus, and he helps young Genesis Jackson navigate middle school and youthful romance, while in another future dimension, the divine fetus is grown into a 25-year-old named Danyo. Danyo battles demons, swindles billionaires, unleashes zombies in an attempt in his lifelong goal to steal the soul of Satan. So this is a book that I wrote in a community, and community is important because, I had done NaNoWriMo, National Novel Writing Month, for 7 years in a row. But in those 7 years in a row, I never published one of my novels. They stayed in a Google Drive or they stayed somewhere on my computer. But then I participated in community, and community is very important. I mean, the Apostle Paul talks about community in Galatians 6:2, and he says, carry each other's burdens. In this way, you fulfill the law of Christ. And carrying each other's burdens comes from a Greek word, bear, which means providing support and assistance and comfort to one another in times of hardship or difficulty. And the Greek word for church is ekklesia, and that refers to a gathering of people, and it's a community. So it took a community to be able to help me to write and publish my book. So I want to ask you 3 questions that I want you to sit down and answer today. Describe what makes a healthy community. And number 2, what do you enjoy about a community you belong to? And number 3, who and how can you provide support, assistance, and comfort to? Remember, as Joe Cocker said, we're learning to live together until we die. This has been Behind the Scenes with the Steven Thompson Experience. The goal of all of us is to go out and be an inspiration in the world around us. We need people putting good into the world. So go and do it. Sit down and answer the questions and let us know how you answer them. But better yet, these questions are designed to help you serve another person. So you can buy a copy of Aquafunkapus and a Macrocosm of Mayhem if you want to learn more about it on Amazon, and the links are on my website. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel and my newsletter as well. Until next time, we'll have more behind the scenes with the Steven Thompson Experience. I'm going to be talking about my second book, Up the Nose and Back Out Again, Fall in Love, Save the World, and then talk about the process of writing my third novel. So see you soon. Have a good one. Bye-bye.